Hey guys, let's talk about Ballerina from the John Wick universe. Alright, hey guys, back at the desk again for another review. Oh my gosh, these flies. Go away. I am really behind on these reviews, but I think I saw this movie back in May, and yeah, I just want to take a little bit of time to talk about what I think is a very underrated movie, Ballerina from the John Wick universe. So this movie ended up not doing very well at the box office. Apparently, after just a long line of Hollywood putting out lackluster movies, mediocrity, and just even a lot of movies that just paint girl bosses in such a stupid way. You know, the whole the strong female lead, flawless female, nothing wrong with her at all, no character development whatsoever. Just they're really awesome, and that's all you need to know. So I feel like that has left a very bad mark on a lot of movies with female leads that actually aren't that bad and that actually do it right. And I feel like Ballerina did really good at writing a female lead and not making her better than everybody else, like just the typical stereotype of a flawless girl boss like Captain Marvel or another stupid movie. I think they wrote very well this movie, and it's a really good John Wick side story. It kind of fits in between Parabellum and John Wick Chapter 2. So if you haven't seen the movie, I'll just say there are going to be spoilers up ahead, most likely. So if there are, just watch out. So the movie starts with this girl named Eve. Her father is trying to protect her from these men that are trying to come and take her away. And so her father dies in the process, dies to let her escape. And then she ends up in this, I guess, a child protective services in New York, but Winston comes and picks her up and offers her a new life. And she ends up at this ballerina school thing. It was in John Wick Parabellum. The scene where John gets out of the country, he talks to that one woman who runs the place. That's who Eve goes and stays with, and she basically learns how to be an assassin. That whole ballerina school is actually just a school for up and coming assassins. And so she has her upbringing there, and I think they really showed her character development here very well. They showed that it took a lot of building and a lot of practicing and learning for her to get to the skill level that she's at. They actually took time to put character development into a female lead. This is something that we haven't seen in a while, and so I was very appreciative to see that. And so we get the scene where she's watching John come into the school and getting help from the lady, and she gets a little advice from him, and I like the little back and forth they had. She's like, "So are you planning to get out of this thing once and for all?" And he's just like, in such a Keanu way, "I'm working on it." I love Keanu. Months go by. She's finally she passed her last test. She's able to just go out and complete contracts now and just do the whole John Wick assassin thing. And she comes across this cult of people with X's on their wrists, and she recognizes the symbol because when she was a little girl, the men that tried to come take her away had the same mark. It's this cult of people, it's kind of like a mafia, basically, is the best way I can put it. So she's trying to track down this cult. She ends up running into the guy who plays Daryl Dixon. Come to find out, the cult was after his daughter, and so they take her away. Eve goes on a mission to try and get her back from the cult, at the same time trying to figure out why this cult was after her to begin with. What this reminded me of, this whole onset of this plot, what it reminded me of, and just the very aesthetic when she went to that village in the Norwegian area, it reminded me a lot of Resident Evil 4. It's like John Wick meets Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4, Leon Kennedy gets sent on a mission overseas to go save the president's daughter, ends up running into this town that's run by a cult, and they're all infected with this virus, this variant of the virus, and they're this is the big cult that is like, trying to kill Leon and trying to turn the president's daughter into one of them. I think that was the plot of Resident Evil 4, but that's what it kind of felt like to me. I mean, there's no viruses in this and whatnot, but so Eve goes to this town, and basically the entire town is a freaking cult. Like, every single person in that town is like an assassin that is in this cult. And I thought that was really funny. Kind of disconcerting too, but she basically spends time like just trying to survive from because people like know that she's not supposed to be there, and so they're just all trying to kill her. She comes face to face with the bad guy who is the cult leader. It turns out that he is actually like the patriarch of this cult, and she is like one of his many granddaughters that he has, because he's had many children with a multitude of women, and it's basically cult behavior. He has a bunch of granddaughters, and he's trying to bring them into this cult. So that's why the men came to get her when she was a little girl, because he wanted to like graft her into that cult. So I think they did spend a lot of time thinking this movie through. It's a John Wick movie, basically. What I am really glad and what I really loved seeing was that they didn't just like tease John Wick for the trailer and like, okay, he's in it for 5 minutes and that's it. No, they bring him back, because when she's tearing the cult apart, the cult is like trying to get the school master to call her off, saying that, oh, you're gonna put both of our like families at war if you don't get her out of here now. And so she sends in John Wick to try and get Eve out of there. And John, he's just fulfilling a contract. He's not like there with like an ulterior motive or anything. He's just there because he's under a contract. And so they fight for a bit, and I am glad that they didn't make the stupid decision to have Eve beat John in combat, because that would have been the stupidest thing ever. So John best Eve in combat. He's not there to kill her. He's there to try and make her leave and like try to live another day. And so she convinces John, because she realizes she can't beat him. She convinces John to let her do her thing, because at midnight, that's kind of when like the ultimatum is done, and like both families will be at war after that. And so she basically like fights her way through the cult and gets Daryl Dixon's daughter back. I can't remember his name in the movie. I'm sorry. That's just what I remember him as. And there was a really cool scene where like they're shooting flamethrowers at each other, and it's just like it's a very John Wick movie. I'll just say that. So I like this movie. I think they did a good job at writing a female lead. I think they did it very well. I think Ana de Armas played Eve very well. And I would not mind seeing like a follow-up with Ballerina. Maybe if Ballerina is in another John Wick movie, if John Wick's still alive. I mean, they're making John Wick Chapter 5, so something's going on there. I don't know what the deal with that is, though. So we'll see. I would like to see more of Ballerina. I like this movie. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Very, very late review, but I just needed to say something about this movie because I actually liked it. I wish it would have done better. But yeah, God bless. Thank you for watching.